Welcome, weary travelers, to the Oddity Fair. Today, we will be discussing the song Tell Me It's You from Disney's latest failure, Mufasa the Lion King. Now, I was never interested in seeing Mufasa. I admit I was briefly intrigued when the teaser dropped. It wasn't totally original, but at least it wasn't another bastardization of a beloved classic. Right? Yeah. That interest quickly faded when I heard the premise in the first actual trailer. After that, I was pretty disillusioned, but decided to wait until the reviews came out before completely writing it off. Then, I found out that there was a love song in this movie. An honest-to-goodness Disney love ballad. And like majority of fans, I was ecstatic to finally have a proper love song from Disney again. And not a wasted opportunity that literally everyone wished was a love song, at all costs. Better still, it was being written by Lin-Manuel Miranda. This was a good sign. They actually had someone skilled and experienced in musical theater to write the music, which is more than can be said for Wish. Yeah, I'll never stop dragging this. Then I remembered this was for a modern Disney movie, and I was scared again. And given what we got, I was right to be. Let's dive in. Okay, so necessary context for this song. Mufasa and Scar are both in love with Sarabi. Mufasa saves her life and gives the credit to Scar, who goes with it. But Sarabi's not an idiot, so she figures it out almost immediately. She confronts Mufasa with their mutual attraction, and this song happens. That's what you need to know. You're all caught up. Here we go. The song begins with Mufasa talking about how he's been running from an unknown feeling ever since he met Sarabi, which is good. He's been running up until now, so opening the song with how he's struggling with this unknown feeling is a decent place to start. It makes perfect sense for him. And Sarabi? Sarabi? Are you kidding me? We've barely begun and already there's a major mistake. The whole song is about Sarabi asking Mufasa to stop running and to open up to her. So why is Sarabi the one running away here? In the scene right before this, Mufasa is the one trying to get away. Why at this crucial point, when she is asking him not to push her away, she starts walking away from him? How does this make sense? The roles should be reversed. Mufasa should be the one running, a visual cue that he's still struggling between his loyalty to his brother and his love for Sarabi. How simple do you need this to be? The whole scene is ruined now. Ugh. Whatever. What's next? She's playfully running. He's chasing. Running across rocks. They're looking at each other through a frozen waterfall. Where have I seen this before? Oh, right. This is a combination of Can You Feel the Love Tonight sequences from the classic and a live-action remake. No, I'm serious. It's like they took parts from both, adjusted the angles, sewed them together, and removed most of the color. And it's practically move for move. Look, I'm all for similarities across generations, but this is just lazy. At least have them move differently. The love story moment of the son should not be the love story moment of the father, or vice versa. My gosh. But okay. That's just the choreography, and that alone does not make or break a song. So let's turn to the lyrics. How are those? Well, for me it is kind of a mixed bag. On the one hand, I tend to like the second verse. It's more of him opening up to each other, and it comes across as really sweet overall. Especially Mufasa expressing his feelings about getting comfortable and finding home only to fear it being ripped away again. Yes, that's perfect. Love it. Things may stumble in a few places, but it's not enough to completely throw me off. Sarabi's titular line also fits very well. She wants Mufasa to tell her the truth, that it was him who saves her, and it's a nice opening. I just wish the song wasn't based around that for her. Look, rescue romance works, and I love it, but there's a big wrinkle in this one. Namely, Mufasa giving Scar credit. Sarabi starts giving Scar a chance after that lie. It's awkward and obviously isn't going anywhere on her end, which is fine. But it combines to make it come across as Sarabi just looking for an excuse to no longer feel indebted to Taka. Her realizing the truth seems like the perfect excuse for her to fully pursue Mufasa instead. I know she always had romantic tension with Mufasa throughout the movie, and she was under no obligation to return Scar's feelings. Her giving him a shot doesn't mean it automatically happens. But she never lets him down before confronting Mufasa, and the way it plays out just makes her look bad to me. It's not cheating, but it is insensitive and disrespectful. As for the instrumental part of this song, okay, cards on the table, I'm not an expert when it comes to analyzing and breaking down the musical aspects of songs. I am woefully unqualified. So, I called in some help in the form of my brother, Music Man. Welcome, Music. Glad you could make it.
You're welcome, Odd. Nice to be here. In the first 43 seconds, the song shifts to a different key quite abruptly. There's no build-up, and considering that Mufasa was literally running away from Sarabi just prior to this, I feel like the transition to this happier tune should have been more gradual. As it is, it feels too jarring to me. And the drums, actually the percussion overall, give off a jungle safari vibe. I hear this and think of thick, exotic foliage. This is happening on a frozen mountain. Use chimes, or something else to invoke the image of ice. Did they not tell Miranda where the scene took place? Because I can't imagine him making this mistake on his own. I don't want to degrade this song. I really don't. I want to lift it high and praise it, but I just can't. By songwriting standards, it is mid-tier. It's writing a B- or B+, which honestly hurts, because the music of The Lion King is supposed to be memorable, especially the music. It was written by Elton John, for crying out loud. Elton John is one of my favorite artists of all time, and he wrote a lot of the songs for the original, including Can You Feel the Love Tonight? The songs from the original film are all amazing. You can't hear the titles of those songs without a line from them running through your head. This song, in comparison, is like a downgrade. The worst part of all this being Lin-Manuel is not a bad composer. Not in the slightest. Unfortunately, Disney basically gave him an impossible task by forcing him to follow up one of the best soundtracks in the Disney Renaissance. It's like watching the strongest man move a mountain, then turning to a different strong man and telling him to move one twice as large. They're not in the same weight class to begin with, but the task set for the second man is literally twice as hard. I remember the rapid flute from the beginning of Scar's song hooked me. I was instantly intrigued. It quickly faded, but it at least got my attention. Tell Me It's You has nothing in comparison. Which, yes, different build-ups for different songs, but how sad is that? That a follow-up song was slightly more memorable than the main love ballad.
Exactly, Music. This isn't a bad song. It's good. But as Disney love songs go, it's underwhelming and forgettable. Especially in contrast to the original classic's iconic love song, Can You Feel the Love Tonight? Every last one of us knows a big part of the Disney experience is the music. Classic Disney songs will live in your heart and mind forever. The beautiful feelings they inspired were part of the magic. The same magic that comforted and inspired us and our dreams. The dreams that seem to come alive through song. It's beautiful. Knowing that, can you honestly say this song has that same magic? Because I can't. Oh, yeah, and after all of that, Mufasa still didn't say it, by the way. So this whole song was pointless. Well, our time together has ended. This is Madame Odd, thanking you, weary travelers, for joining me. Farewell and safe travels. But remember, you can always come back to the Oddby Fair. May our paths cross again.